Hey everyone, I'm in the Hauser and we are coming to you for another video. Today we are going to be covering everything for the end of Madden Ultimate Team and Madden 25 for my season this year, and just going over everything to wrap up Madden 25, Madden Ultimate Team, what my team looked like. Everything at the end of for rookie premiere. We have wrapped everything up with that, and if anything, just to keep as like, if I can give tips and advice, also something that I can refer to as well for next year. Maybe some things that I can do better. Some things that I can maybe do more efficiently, is something that I definitely want to strive for. And so, just looking at Madden Ultimate Team for this year, as Madden 26 is very much approaching, and we are going to be taking a continued break from Madden, just so I don't get fatigued, because Madden fatigue is a real thing. But looking at Madden Ultimate Team, so I have Falcons themed team. Started off with the Eagles offense playbook and Eagles defense playbook, and we switched over to Patriots defense playbook. Probably 3/4 of the way, I think, through the season. I think both defenses are great. I think Patriots defensive playbook is maybe a little bit better. But just going through the lineup real quick. Granted, a lot of these cards, I'm not going to go over my entire team, just because a lot of cards I swapped out, just to sell off auction, to get ready for rookie premiere. But I would say, like, my top cards that I had throughout the year, that I would say probably not even on offense, because most of my offense has been sold off. And a lot of these cards are pretty new. Obviously, Theme Team Surge was a big promo that helped me to be able to just replace players and get ready for rookie premiere. But I would say defensively, I still have some cards that, like, Kayvon Thibodeau from Easter, the Easter promo. That was definitely a mainstay on my defense. Anthony Edwards from the All-Star promo, and also Dion from All-Star. He's been moved down the depth chart, just like as we've gotten more, just like overall better cornerbacks. But I mean, Anthony Edwards is still, like, he's still holding strong. He was my cornerback too for a little while, but and now he's in the slot, and he could, he was that versatile that he could play both slot and cornerback 1 or 2, honestly. But yeah, there were so many great cards, I would say, that was definitely big mainstays on my defense. This Dwight Freeney card was in my defense forever, from the Ring of Honor. I would say he was on my defensive line for maybe half of Madden Ultimate Team 25 for me. This was a great card for sure. But yeah, I would say for me, top promos for this year. Zero Chill was pretty. Zero Chill was good. Not. I mean, I felt like it wasn't like amazing, but I felt like top promos. Definitely All-Star promo. Sugar Rush around Easter was a little bit of a letdown. There were some cards that were good, but I would say Sugar Rush was a little bit. It was a little bit of a letdown. All-Star was definitely, I would say, one of the best promos of the year, honestly. And a lot of people were unsure about how that was going to go. And I believe it came out just before Sugar Rush. And so I don't know if more effort went into All-Star promo over Sugar Rush, or if that was just an accidental thing that's just what happened. A lot of the season players that you would get were really good. Like they're just really good plug and play players that you can get and upgrade using your season tickets. Like I have, Micah Parsons and Derek Harmon are always were really good. Micah Parsons is always great. They always give him a good card. But All-Star was so good. Like I know at one point I had at least 5 players from the All-Star promo on my team, offense and defense together, combined. I would say that AKA promos, like in terms of the weekly stuff, like AKA Roster Revolution, Ultimate Legends. Ultimate Legends was good. I had, I did use 3 cards. I think the 3 cards that I used was Chris Hinton, Willie Roaf, obviously, these 2, and I had also Andre Johnson, who was once I got him, he was my wide receiver 1 for maybe half of like the second half of the season. Honestly, he was a great card. And so I would say, yeah, Ultimate Legends was a really good promo. In terms of the weeklies, AKA, it was a good filler. To get things like for the end of the season. I got this Kyle Pitts unicorn card. Towards the end of the season, but it was, and also I had gotten this John Lynch, the closer. He was a good card. And I don't think I really got another one unless I am forgetting. I don't think I got another. Let me see. Quality program. Yeah, this Furious George Karloftis card. I recently just got him. Um, once I, in the process of selling off to auction cards to get ready for Rookie Premiere. So like, I would say AKA Icons was really useful for me, like towards the end of the season, like in getting ready for Rookie Premiere. I would say Ultimate Legends was definitely better, just in terms of quality of card that you would want to like. That I went to that well, like throughout Madden Ultimate Team 25. Roster Revolution, I felt like it was okay. I felt like the promo got better as the season went on. I remember at the beginning of MUT 25, it wasn't that good, and I felt like it got better. Really, the only cards that I got from Roster Revolution was this Darnell Mooney card and also this Divine Diablo card. And really, that was in the second half of the season, honestly. And this Darnell Mooney card I recently just got after I sold off Drake London. Drake London's draft card. The draft promo was another really good promo. I would say the two best I would say the two best promos this season was probably All-Star and draft promos, honestly. You can make an argument for Theme Team Surge, for sure. But I mean, Theme Team Surge was definitely one of the best promos, but I would say you could definitely put Theme Team Surge in top 3. But Theme Team Surge, I mean, it's the purpose that it serves is to help you get ready for Rookie Premiere, which it definitely did. Like, there were so many cards that were solid. I mean, you can see I have several Theme Team Surge cards. Brian Thomas Jr., Lamar Jackson. This Ted Karras center card was kind of just like a plug-in. I needed a new center. So many. This Jesse Bates, Matt Milano, Hassan Reddick, Quinnen Williams, AJ Terrell. Yeah, like so many good Theme Team Surge. So for in-game cards, like at the end of MUT 25, Theme Team Surge was A+ for sure. So yeah, I would say those are probably my 3 top promos. There were also some other good promos as well. But I would say that those were the top 3. I believe going into Rookie Premiere, I had about 4.8 million coins. And once I had finished, I believe I had maybe like 200 and something K. Right now I'm sitting at 729K, and that's just from maxing out the Rookie Premiere Field Pass, and getting I had just recently got a couple of cards that I from packs that I auctioned off because they're just gonna sit in my binder otherwise. Yeah, this Rising Stars promo was also good too. That was one of the better promos. It was good that I liked that they gave you the option they gave you the you were able to get golden ticket B&D cards at the end of the season, just to be able to have, essentially, because you're not, unless that you are just like a head-to-head fiend, you're probably not playing, right now in July. But just to be able to have those cards, just to be on your final roster, whatever. And I got probably the three of the best, I would say, golden ticket cards. That's Daniel Falele at running back, Colston Loveland, who you probably can't see, wide receiver, and Gronk at middle linebacker. Yeah, it's nice for that you were able to have, get those golden ticket fantasy packs at the end of the year. Just, unless you are just like somebody who plays a lot of head to head and you accumulate a lot of coins, or maybe you weren't, maybe you were playing more of like a no money spin account. You probably weren't going to get a gold ticket otherwise. And so just to be able to have the opportunity to do that, it's a nice thing. Not a fan of these out of position players. Daniel Falele, I played against him when I did play in head to head, and he was just a headache to be able to go to play up against. He's just a first down machine, and he is just completely nasty. Yeah, for me, I did more of like a half and half in terms of like money spent and no money spent. Like I only spent money, I would say, during like the big promos. I would say like during All-Star promo, Theme Team Surge, I spent a little bit of money. I spent money in preparation for Sugar Rush. That was a little bit of a disappointment. But the rest of the promos, I was just kind of, doing more of a grind. And so it was kind of like a half and half, I would say. That was my approach in that sense. But yeah, this is the squad. As at the end of Madden 25, we got to the 99 overall team. Ended up with, obviously mostly Falcons chems. We got 51. And the next one is actually AKA. At the end of the season. Second would be Jets. A lot of that was from another promo I forgot about was Combine. Combine was a really good promo also. So I would say top four. Actually, let me just round out a top five in. So we'll say best one was probably All-Star in terms of overall versatility of cards that were able to be plugged in. Yeah, All-Star Athletes was probably my favorite. Ring of Honor was another good one, but I would say All-Star, NFL Draft, Theme Team Surge, I'd say Fan Appreciation was also another good one. Also, Rising Stars. But yeah, I would say All-Star Athletes, NFL Draft. Real Deals was another good one. But yeah, we'll say All-Star Athletes, NFL Draft, Theme Team Surge, Combine, and then I would say Ultimate Legends, even though that was a weekly promo. Yeah, Ultimate Legends, I think, in my opinion, I think it deserves to be in there, just in terms of consistency as a weekly thing, for sure. But yeah, that's the squad, and for rookie premieres, what we did end up going with was so we got James Pierce and Xavier Watts, and the free one that you got, the free Will Johnson, and you also got there's Joe Alt and DeMar Hamlin as well. But for rookie premiere, we got Xavier Watts and James Pierce, and obviously the free Will Johnson. We do have one more thing that we need to do to wrap up Madden 25, and that is my final rookie premiere, the fantasy pack that we got with the tokens. So you got 2 of those, 2 from the solo challenge field pass and 2 with the rookie premiere field pass. And from what I believe, in Madden 26, I believe there's going to be a fantasy pack that you can get, to choose which players that you are wanting to have, because we don't know if these players are, I think starting off, they'll be obviously a lower overall, 82 or whatever. But I don't think like the same ones are going to be transferring over. Say like whichever ones that you pick, say like if I picked, James Pierce, Emeka, Ibuka, and Luther Burden, I don't think like those exact 3 would transfer over. Although there is some confusion in terms of how that works, because there was some speculation that the ones that you chose would also transfer over, but on mutt.gg it's saying that there would be a fantasy pack. So I think that'll be the case, that you would get like a token, or you have a welcome fantasy pack waiting for you. So I think it'll be one of those. Since we got the 2 Falcons, Xavier Watts, and James Pierce, and those are 2 good positions to have like one on the defensive line and one in the secondary. I think we are going to go with offense for my third one. I am tempted to go with Tate Ratledge, Georgia boy. Solid position at right guard, but or Josh Simmons at left tackle. I wouldn't go to Travion Henderson just because, like, in Madden Ultimate Team, like, it's easy to get a halfback. There's so many halfbacks that go in throughout the season, throughout all of MUT, and so it's not really a position that you would necessarily need to address at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the year. And so I would lean towards Luther Burden or Emeka Egbuka. I believe Luther Burden is faster, but Emeka Egbuka is a little bit taller. And so I think we're going to go with Luther Burden. I believe he is the better wide receiver. So we will go with him for our final Rookie Premier pick. Like, he is a little bit short on the, like, he's 5'11", but he does, he is going to have, he is faster than Emeka Egbuka, and so I would imagine that that's going to carry over, that he would be the faster option. And wide receiver, you definitely want, like, speed is definitely something that you want to have for your wide receivers. Height is not necessarily something that you have to strive for. Height is definitely a plus for sure, but speed is definitely something that you want in all of your wide receivers. And he gets the 32 team chems. Speaking of which, I don't know. I know I got one of those tokens, which I put on this on Will Johnson. That's right. So yeah, we got it on Rookie Premier Will Johnson. And there's another one that you can get. I don't remember if I unlocked that yet. I don't think I did. So that's one final thing that I need to finish. On the field pass, you go to objectives and then to stats. Okay, so there's actually 2 that you can get. There's 3 that you can get total. One was record, this record offensive yards with 2 Red Zone Royale Rookie Premier players, and then score touchdowns and then score points. And so I'll be finishing that off. Getting these 32 team chem tokens to apply for Madden 26. And something, I mean, these I would say these objectives for the field pass to get, like, to finish these stats, you can either do solo challenges by going back and doing different ones that that would be, like, really solid, just in terms of accumulating stats, but seeing, like, as there are some defensive ones as well, probably the best one to do is in solo seasons. One of these, obviously, I think solo seasons, the middle one, is the best to do because you get, you start off with kickoff, in kickoff return. And so the one, because the stat for kickoff return yards was one of, I think there were two of those, and so that was a really good one to do for that. And so since I finished that, you can do any of these three, honestly, but I would probably this is more of a higher level of CPU that you're going to face, and so just to be able to knock out the stats real quick, solo seasons and ultimate solo seasons, it's the best way to do it, just to be able to knock out those stats pretty quickly. Usually in like a handful of games, you're able to accomplish the majority of stats that you're trying to get. But yeah, that's it for me. That is it for Madden Ultimate Team MUT 25. And we are going to be, like I said, we're going to be wrapping up these objectives to get those tokens for the 32 team chems, and then that's going to be it, really. They should be able to get that probably within a couple games, I would say, for this one. Yeah, we should be able to get that in a couple games. Because I mean, it's just like 53 points essentially. So yeah, we can get that in a couple games, and with the touchdowns as well. So we just need, it was just 12 touchdowns, maybe 2 or 3 games for that. But yep, thank you very much for, if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I appreciate you. So we are going to be wrapping up Madden 25 and taking a little bit more of a break for Madden 26. Probably won't be joining Madden 26 at the beginning of launch. Maybe like at some point in the fall we will. But yep, I appreciate you all. Hope you all have a great rest of your day wherever you may be. Thank you very much, and take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I appreciate you. Thank you.